Today, we're doing an account cleanup. It is springtime. It's spring cleaning time. I am going to be cleaning up my account. I got lots of things to do and lots of dupes, and that's what I want to focus on today. So, if you're here for the first time, my name is BearCozy. I strive to make not only entertaining, but also educational videos, and I make lots of account progress videos because for me, the fun is in progression. And here's what I want to do today. I want to do some account cleanup. Now, I went through my roster before, not too long ago. There's a couple of things I want to do. I want to go through, look at, I don't really have very many legendaries. As you can see, I got 10, which is enough for now. It's enough. Opal is my newest leveled one. And then I do have a bunch of epics. So if we look at my epics, I have a ton of epics. I want to go through, I have some duplicates that I've been wanting to go ahead and use, clean them up. I have some duplicates as I've been pulling shards slowly. As you can see, I have a couple of brands. I have a couple of Santis, and we're going to go through and get this together. I do have Urzag. Of course, I already got him ascended once. There is one more copy available, so we're going to do that together. But first things first, what I want to do first is I want to go ahead and do our daily summons. You know, I like to record my daily summons, and then we're going to go to the bartender, and we're going to claim ourselves the legendary Arcana from the arena shop. It does take a while to reset, so once you claim this, it does take a while. So let's go ahead and do our daily summons. Let's do that. Right now, there is a summon boost event going on. I only have 25 shards, not including the free summon. And since I only have 25 shards, unfortunately, what I'm debating on is I don't know if I should pull now or wait till the advanced summon rates are over, the increased summon rates are over. So here's what I'm thinking. If I pull now and I don't get a legendary during the boosted summon event, does my mercy reset for the next regular, the next regular event without boosted summons? Let me know in the comments below. I think it does, so I don't want to pull 25 now because I'm already probably 20 or 30 in, so that would put me about 50. That would put me halfway there. So what do you guys think? Is it better for me to just wait this event out? And of course, we're going to pull shards. I'm going to pull. Sometimes I get lucky. I don't have to go all the way to Mercy. Sometimes I don't. Let's pull one more, see what that gives us. We got Charles again. Not too bad. I'm going to save the rest because I want to build up a little bit more, and then we can pull a bunch of them together. So let me know in the comments down below. Will this reset my Mercy if I pull a bunch of shards now? Before I forget, let's go to the arena shop in the bartender, and I want to buy this hierarchy so I can it together. It costs 2,000 arena tokens. I have 3,000. Now this you can only buy until the arena resets. So what I'm going to do is we're going to purchase this together. This is used for ascending legendary heroes, fire, water, and wood legendaries. You cannot use this on light or dark, but you can still use this on all the other Legos. So let's go ahead and buy this together. And what I want to ask you is leave me a comment down below. Let me know who you think I should use this on. So now that we purchased that together, I do have 1,000 tokens left, and that puts me halfway to another one. I am going to be buying another one as soon as the arena season is reset, and I want to know your input on who I should use this on. So here we go. Here is my legendary roster. Yes, I have Gangelo. I do have Sierra as well. I pulled 2 Sierras, which was awesome. I do have Evira, came from the Magic Pass. Brand came from the Magic Pass. Garel, I'm not sure. I think I pulled Garel. Hydricia came from the Magic Pass, and Hector just came from the Magic Pass 1 or 2 days ago. Molex was a random summon. Garel was a random summon. And Cyrus was a fusion. So as you can see, I only have a couple of random summons. Opal was a random summon as well. So I have 3 random summons. Hydricia I summoned a couple of times, believe it or not. That was kind of strange. And then half of them came from the Magic Pass, and half of them I got lucky. So here's my legendary roster. Let me know who I should use the legendary Arcana on. Right now, I'm thinking either Evira, because she's going to be really, really good in Arena. I've tried her without the Ascensions, and she's not great. Or Sierra. Those are my 2 favorites so far. Let me know in the comments below. I know Brand is really, really good. Garel doesn't get his Ascension till his A5, and I have not even looked at Hector, to be honest with you. Now, as Hector does extra damage, I don't think he's worth it because I think he's only good for Clan Boss. His trait is on A2, which is really, really good. The damage will help on Clan Boss. However, Sierra and Evira I can use in lots of other places. Opal, I think, gets her Ascension on A5 as well. So right now, my 2 favorite choices are Sierra or Evira. Let me know in the comments down below who you think I should use it on. I'm looking forward to it. I read all of your comments, and I try to respond to every single one of them. Today, as I mentioned, is all about spring cleaning. I am going to be working on my epics. Now, I do have a bunch of things. I do have a bunch of copies that I made. And the first one here is Nathalia has ascended all the way. I used the Awaken Soul Arcanas for that. I made a video how I got 4 Awaken Soul Arcanas. I still have, I don't even think I can look at any of them now. I still have a few available. I'm going to be purchasing more very shortly. So first guy I'm working on is, of course, Orakh. And what I want to do is I have 2 Awakened Soul Arcanas, but I don't want to use it on him. I am going to be purchasing myself at least 1 more Arcana. That'll give me 3. I want to save those. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the bartender. I already bought my weekly matrix, but if you did not know, here's where you can buy yourself Orakh matrix every single week, and you can get 20 of them with the event tokens. Now, the event points you can get just by doing events, and I actually have, where's this guy? So if I look at my matrix in the backpack, I actually have 100 matrix for Orakh. I only need 60. So let's go ahead and summon this one together. That's going to be kind of cool. I can use him to ascend my Orakh. And as you can see, I have 40 and I need 20 more. So next time it refreshes, I'm going to get myself another copy of Orakh. And that's going to be really, really cool. So if we go back and look at our epics and we look at Orakh, all of the copies of Orakh I actually got from the bartender. And as you can see, he's already ascended 3 times. He's going to be ascended 4 times. That's going to be really nice. And then very soon, as soon as there's a new event, when it refreshes, I can buy myself another 20 matrix for Orakh, and I can summon myself another copy. So this is our 4th copy, which is awesome. He's ascended 4 times. He's coming along very, very well, considering I didn't pull a lot of shards for him, and I don't pull a lot of shards. All we got is 2 left, base defense, and then health, attack, and defense. So next week sometime, I will be buying another copy of Orakh from the bartender, and then he's going to be ascended 5 times. That's going to be awesome. So that rounds that off. I don't have any copies of Lunar Mel, and you actually can't use Awakened Soul Arcana on light or dark heroes. Moving on, Antanua. I think these are all glowing because I actually have 1 more copy of Antanua. Let's go ahead and use it. Why not? Base health, that will help a lot, especially in Clan Boss. Her health goes up. Wow, she's actually coming along a lot better than I thought she was. That's kind of cool. The next one is speed, so we're going to wait on the Awakened Soul Arcanas there, the Epic Arcanas. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to work on. The first priority for me is Santis, of course. The second one is going to be Hakron. And then I am going to play around with possibly ascending Zatlux. Now, if I ascend Zatlux right now, that will increase his speed. And I can use the Arcanas there that I got. And I have 2 of them. And as I've mentioned, I made a video on how I got 4 Awakened Soul Arcanas. I can probably put that up if you're curious. Some of them came from events. Some of them came from Endless Trial. And there was 1 more that came from somewhere that I don't remember. So right now, what I want to do is I think I want to hold off on Zatlux, because if I ascend Zatlux right now, that will give him plus 15 speed. He will actually mess up my arena rotation, and he's going to be just a hair faster than Nathalia, who's my main nuker. So I want to hold off on him, but I do want to go ahead and ascend Urzag. Apparently, I had a couple of different copies of this guy. I think that this guy's locked, so I have to find him and unlock him. This guy was bad when I pulled him, and then quite some time after, he actually got changed, and they buffed him not too long ago, and he's actually pretty good now. I haven't built him yet. I don't have enough gear. I should probably build him, but let's go ahead and ascend him. That will affect his trait, and that should help me in Clan Boss as well. That's going to be really cool. And you can see I have a few other copies. I have a few epics here. I actually got 1 more copy of Scarlet, so that's going to be cool. I just leveled Scarlet. She's doing okay wherever she is. Threw some basic gear on her. Let's get her done. And then we're going to go right to Santis. Santis is actually my priority. She has 0 ascensions right now, and I am dying to ascend her. And I wanted to do this on camera. I wanted to make a video. Let's go ahead and work on Santis. She is really, really cool. I'm really liking her as a poisoner. Now, her trait is actually activated on A5, which is going to take some time. It's unfortunate that it's not on 2. It's on 5. But her trait is actually absolutely fantastic, because when she attacks an enemy affected against poisons, it applies an additional poison. So it essentially applies twice as many poisons, which is really, really cool. Apparently I pulled them and I forgot because I was saving this for a video. So right now, let's go ahead and do that. That's going to give her plus 15 speed, which means we can probably rework her gear. We'll see how fast she needs to be, but I know she's already fairly fast. The second one's going to give her 15% base attack. Not too great. She doesn't really need attack because she's a poisoner, and poisons don't scale from attack, so that is okay. What I am looking forward to is the base defense is going to be very nice. Basic health is going to be nice as well. That'll give her a lot more survivability, especially in Queen of Tides. And then the fifth trait I am hoping to get. So here's what I want to do. Let's go back to the altar. Let's go back to Hero Synthesis. And I actually been getting ready. I leveled myself a couple of Smelsons. I leveled myself a couple of Freyas. And I leveled myself a couple of Josephs. As you can see, I don't have enough. I am struggling for Joseph. I got everybody else. I got a ton of everybody else. And this guy I had about 24 copies. And of course, you need 4. You need 1 for the original level 30. And then you need 3 more. So each one is 4 right there. But Joseph, I'm really, really struggling. So what I want to do, let's go ahead and use this guy. Let's go ahead and use Freya. Let's go ahead and use Joseph. Unfortunately, I'll only be able to get 2 more, but we are going to make our way through. Let's go ahead and fuse her. I don't know if I want to use an Awaken Soul Arcana. I really don't want to, but we might have to. So that one is done. That's the first one. Let's go ahead and unlock Smelson, unlock Freya. Yes, I call him Smelson. I'm surprised nobody picked up on that on YouTube. I'm surprised nobody left me a comment on YouTube that his name is not Smelson. All right, here we go. Second copy, of course, we are going to fuse ourselves another copy of Santis. That is really nice. That is our second copy of Santis, and I think that makes it 4. We do need 1 more. I have Elson, I have Freya. The only one I don't have is Joseph. I just need, this is the last guy that I need, and of course I'm going to get him after I end up fusing Santis. Let's go back to Santis. Let's find her. And this, since we're doing account cleanup, spring cleaning, let's check out. So her base defense goes up 15%. Now, right now, her base defense is at 439. Let's go to the detailed stats. Right now, she's at 1200. She is 1 over at 1200. And then she's at 17,928 for health. Let's see what that does. Let's see what happens there. Her base defense is going to go up 15%. Let's see what kind of a boost we get there. That is really cool. I'm really happy about that. There we go. She does gain 15% base defense on that. And if we go back to the stats, so she gained 82 defense, which is pretty good. It's significant. It is significant. I've noticed there is a big difference between 1100 defense and 1200 or 1200 and 1300. Of course, anything under 1000 defense is basically paper, and you don't want to go down that route. My recommendation is try to get at minimum 1100 defense. Try for 1200 defense. And then as you can see, she's doing really well around 18,000 HP. Now that is not a ton of HP, but that's enough. She can do okay at 15 if you hit 1200 defense in Queen of Tides. And by that I mean Queen of Tides 11 and 12. She is going to need much better stats to farm 13 and 14, but she's working out really well. Now, of course, let's go ahead and upgrade her basic health. That should help. And that's going to be the 4th one. We are 1 short, unfortunately. But let's see what that does for us for the basic health. Now, if I go to info, if I go to stats, she went up. Actually, she's up to 19,911, which is awesome. And I think if we get her some better gear, if we level our boots, her boots are leveled. If we level some of these, this is health, this is health. So if we level her ring and her necklace, maybe a couple of the other pieces, we can definitely hit 20K, and that should be awesome. So since we're so close, let's go ahead and ascend her to her A5. That should activate her trait. I am super excited. I don't really like to use this Awaken Soul Arcana because I wanted to save it for some other heroes, but I think this is going to be worth it. This is going to make my Queen of Tides team that much faster. It's already just over 2 minutes, and this should make it go under 2 minutes, which is going to be nice. Maybe 1:45, something like that. That's going to be really, really cool. Next thing we're going to do here is we're probably going to work on Hakron. I am going to skip over Zatlux because, as I mentioned, if I ascend Zatlux, that's going to throw my speed tune off for Arena, so I am going to skip him. Let's go ahead and ascend Hakron, shall we? This is actually really exciting, making lots of progress. You can see his gear sucks. I have to rework his gear, but this should actually help. Not too crazy with the base attack there, but I am going to be ascending him. We are going to go further, and we'll see what the next one unlocks. His trait is already unlocked, which is really, really nice. And once we get him the speed, we can actually make him a lot slower because he really doesn't need to be that fast. So there is the second copy of Hakron, which is awesome. The last one is base defense, and then, of course, attack, health, and defense. Hakron is 4 stars Ascendant. That is actually really, really cool. And as I mentioned, I do need to fix his gear. This is what I originally had him in for Queen of Tides 11 and 12. And then once I took him out and put Zatlux in, I kind of just left him alone. And he's been hanging out ever since. As you can see, his defense is doing pretty good. His speed is fast. And I am going to have to go through and maybe try to bump his defense up to 3K. We'll do that off camera sometime. All right, next one up is going to be Ghajar. Ghajar is actually really good for Poison Explosion. I have not made the team yet. I tried. It did not work. I made out all of his glyphs, almost all his glyphs, and then I took all his gear. When the team didn't work, I took all his gear because Gangelo was not ascended at all. Santis was not ascended at all, but I tried. So since then, it's been some time. It's been a few months, and I actually ended up pulling myself 2 copies of Ghajar, which is really cool. The first one actually affects his speed. That's pretty good. That actually allows us to not use speed boots, which is really, really nice. We can probably put him in health boots. The base attack, I don't know if that really matters, but that seems to be standard. And then I believe his straight is on A5, so I don't think I'm going to be able to make the Poison Explosion team just yet. I don't wail on shards, so I don't pull very many shards, so it's going to be a little bit before we can get to his trait, but I'm not sure if we actually need it for the team. Moving on, we worked on Urzag, which was really, really cool. I have a few others. I have Valak for the free-to-play. I have Freya and Elsons, of course, down there. I have them all locked. I have Evelyn locked for the hero synthesis. And then right down here, we got a Joseph, we got a Cece, and that's pretty much it. Let me go back to the epics, and let's see what else we got for epics here. I did recently pull myself Lightwind Zac. I have not built him yet. I am fairly low on resources. Hugh, I'm not sure if Hugh is worth building. Same with Ricard. I know Ricard's got the true damage. I've heard mixed things on him. I don't know if he's worth building or not. Some people say that he was good, and then after they use him for quite some time, they said he was okay, wasn't as good as originally thought. And then I got Okubi over here. I actually have 2 copies. I have Hazel. Hazel's supposed to be pretty good, but he is slow and steady, so I'm not really using him too much. And the rest of these guys, I don't really care too much. I'm not going to use Magnar. Magnar I'm going to lock because he is used for hero synthesis, and I believe that's for Cyrus. I'm going to lock Magnar. I do have 2 copies of Kyle. Interesting. Let's go ahead and ascend Kyle. See what that gives us. The first one's going to be the base health. I'm just going to throw him in there, and then we'll see what happens there. So now that we cleaned up the account, I can move forward. Hopefully, I can get a much faster time in Queen of Tides, as well as a few other places. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for hitting that like and the subscribe to help my channel grow. I'll see you in the next video.